What is going on, everybody? This is Gerry here with Christian Collective Podcast, episode 20. Who the fuck knows?
It's 24, Gerry. 24? Yeah.
How are you, Christian?
I'm fine. I'm tired. Tired of all the bullshit. No, I'm just tired. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Sick of the struggle?
I'm sick of the struggle.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, Gerry. That's my new mantra. Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Can you believe it's been a month since we've done a podcast together?
Yeah, Gerry. Whose fault is that?
It's
not my fault.
It's Joe's fault.
Yeah, we'll just blame Joe as usual.
We're just long in anticipation to have Joe on the podcast that I'm like, I just don't feel like it's right without him.
We're having the countdown.
Yeah.
About a month away.
3, 2, 1, Joe, come in.
We're about a month away from having Joe on finally.
Oh, man.
The man we've been building up for 1 year.
The man who's guaranteed us 100 views.
Yeah. Everybody's going to pay to see Joe on the podcast.
I'll pay.
With the big WrestleMania, I guess, recap. He's going to be at WrestleMania, so we can't talk to him after WrestleMania, but we'll talk to him that week. We'll have a great WrestleMania.
A suggestion. So how about...
An answer.
If Joe does a Facebook Live on our account for WrestleMania...
Oh, that'd be funny. He could be like, look at me. Hopefully he gets better.
Oh shit.
Hopefully it's a better. Hopefully he has a better time this time than when we were at 29.
Oh yeah.
And we couldn't see the the ring because of the pole.
And my banana costume.
Well, yeah, you made the pre-show, so that's always great. That's always great.
Their lives.
But St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Let me tell you, there's going to be a fun-fulfilled weekend because I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's the greatest time you can have.
It's going to be shenanigans.
Of course. Christian's guaranteed to be drinking, pounding those gluten beers away, all that good stuff.
You want to kill me?
Maybe.
You want to kill me with all the glutes? Yeah.
I just want full royalties of the show.
Yeah, and then it'll be the Guselli podcast and not the not the Collective podcast.
I'll play Sarah McLachlan music for you.
Oh God. So St. Patrick's Day. Of course, you might be asking, Christian, how are you going to eat your favorite thing in the whole world? Irish soda bread. Well, guess what? I scoured Staten Island trying to find gluten-free Irish soda bread. And damn right, I found gluten-free Irish soda bread at Met Food. It's a recipe. I got to make it myself. It's better than not being able to eat Irish soda bread.
Come over?
Like last year, I was not able to eat Irish soda bread. It killed me.
It broke my heart for you.
You ever eat it? You ever eat Irish soda bread?
I've had it a couple times.
Okay, it's the best. It's best. You bake it. You cut yourself a slice. You put it in the toaster. You get it nice and low crispy. You put some butter on it. And you just
Oh yeah. Hot as a shirt.
It's X-rated. You put a little bit of butter, maybe a little bit of jelly, maybe some margarine on it. Take a bite. It's nice. Goes good with your corned beef and cabbage, which I'm going to eat this year. It's going to be great. You eat corned beef and cabbage, Gerry?
Corned beef.
See, guys, I don't know much about Gerry's eating life, so it's like I don't know or his home life. So I don't know if you guys even celebrate.
I don't even eat food.
I'm getting a phone call from people. I don't know what the hell people are calling me. But, yeah, so you just don't eat, Gerry.
Exactly. I just don't eat anything.
All right, Gerry.
It's not like I had my fair amount of salads today. I actually had like a walnut apple salad.
That sounds good.
That was like chopped or whatever.
That sounds good. I used to eat salads from Flavors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the city. Used to go there. Used to get like homemade. Really good. This is not topic people want to hear us.
Yes,
food.
Come on.
Food.
No, salads only.
So I make the salad and I just turn it.
And then I eat it.
We're gonna go to Flavortown. So let's get into some of the topics today that we're gonna do because this is a topic episode.
You can only pick one.
No, we weren't. There is a rant in here. I will be ranting. So Gerry.
5-minute nap.
Yeah, 5-minute nap. Gerry will be. But first, Here's the first topic, Jerry. Have you been hearing about Steven Spielberg and his war against Netflix?
So I've heard a little bit here and there, but I haven't known too much. So Christian, please lecture me of what goes on.
So there's a line that's blurred between streaming online content and television. So nobody's really been able to classify whether streaming counts as TV or if it counts as like movies. So Spielberg, so Spielberg's having trouble with, or is causing issues with, the Netflix, I guess, movies shouldn't qualify for Oscars.
Right.
Because, the Oscars are too damn long to begin with anyway. Nobody watches them anymore for one way or another, whether it be political or just...
I can't remember the last time I watched them.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of issues with the Oscars, even though I want to win one, but that's besides the point. But Spielberg just feels like, if you're on this, if your movie's being shown on TV for the first time, it's a TV movie. It shouldn't qualify. You should be up for a Golden Globe? No, not Gold. I forget it. If it's the Golden Globes, right? That's for TV.
Think so.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys can yell at me in the comments. If I'm wrong.
You could always yell.
You could It's either the Golden Globes or it's Emmys. That's what it is. It's the Emmys. It's the Emmys. I'm sorry. Golden Globes or something.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Jerry. But it's the Emmys. So you should qualify for the Emmys and not for an Oscar. So my problem with this is, and he's trying to stop Netflix. He's trying to end it, I guess, because the thing is I can understand he's nervous. He's an old school filmmaker who likes movies and likes to see his movies on the big screen. And the movie industry, not the movie industry, but the theater industry has been dying for the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And if people don't understand why it's dying, I can briefly sum it up to you. Which I didn't know this until a couple of years ago, which was pretty interesting, is that, so you have a movie that's shown in the movie theater. Now you would think, you go to a movie theater, you pay, it's like $13 for a movie, depending on the matinee. Yeah. So that movie theater that money doesn't go to the movie theater. It goes to the box office or the distributor.
Right.
The only way for a movie theater to make money is that they bank on you going to the concession stand and getting popcorn. That's why popcorn and all the candies are so expensive, because that's how they're staying operating, is by the concession stands. Very little, I think, do they see of the money of the movies, but I mean, that's why box offices are so high now, because a lot of the movies and I guess distributors and companies are keeping most of the money. And the movie theaters are dying. People don't want to go. They got to jack up their prices because people don't want to go and spend $20 on popcorn.
Right.
Or on drinks. So that's the reason. So the theater industry is dying, and I think Spielberg sees it as, he's being threatened.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And he sees Netflix as this new way of, he wants people to get out of the house and go to the movies, not sit at home and stream, because that doesn't help him.
I think doing dine-in movie theaters is going to be a nice new direction. Just looking forward to the future.
Yeah, AMC does that.
Yeah.
We just got one.
Do we have one? No, we have two different ones. We have an AMC, and we have another one. I forget the name of it. But
really? I don't know. The AMC is at the mall. The AMC one is at the mall.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the other one, though. I don't know what the other one is.
No, there is another one, though.
There is? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But I never experienced drive-in theaters. Maybe drive-in theaters are a good way to come back. But yeah, I see your face. Yeah, I know why. So I just think he's threatened, because there was something else that was coming out 4 or 5 years ago. I remember everybody's making a big deal about, and I don't think it ever came out of it. Was there was going to be a box that you can install in your house that you were able to stream actual movies that are in movie theaters in your house. And I know Spielberg and I think James Cameron and Scorsese were all against that. And I don't know how that, and I think they did some type of lawsuit or something. I don't exactly remember the details. But, I when people ask me who the greatest filmmaker is, I usually either say Spielberg or Hitchcock. I'm more inclined to say Spielberg because he's more rounded. He's done every genre
Gotcha.
out there. So what he
That's a
says,
fair argument.
what he says does hold merit in terms of, and he never really had a bomb. He had like one bomb, and that was like his third movie that came out.
That's pretty
Ever.
damn impressive.
Yeah, look at his resume. He's had Jaws, Indiana Jones, all the war movies he's done.
Any movie that says "in a world."
In a world, yeah. But that's pretty much it, Jerry. What do you think? Since Mr. Movie Theater, who doesn't go to movies?
Exactly. I think that I'm probably not going to go see movies for a long time until you drag me out of the house to go see a movie.
Oh, yeah. Plus, I guess for Netflix, they actually produce better content than some movies.
Oh, yeah.
Better TV shows.
Well, Netflix technically, in a lot of ways, has more variety.
Yeah. Just look at all, like, case in point, you see, like, Marvel's doing a lot of their superheroes on TV forums. A lot of stuff you see on Netflix, we'd never pass on broadcast television.
Yeah.
A lot of the blood and the violence and just the subject matters. None of it would ever pass television.
There is a lot
the
of
FCC.
regulations with that.
Netflix is, aside from, you can't do porn, but it's like you can pretty much do whatever you want on Netflix. Not really, there's not really any type of regulations. There's parental controls. That's basically all there is.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they do TV shows. Speaking of TV shows, Jerry.
That means we can have a TV show.
Speaking of TV shows, it's been a month since we've done the podcast, Jerry, and a lot of shit in the real world's been happening, and we usually don't tackle real world stuff. But I know you're a big music guy, Jerry, so we got R. Kelly. You want to talk about it, Jerry?
Like how these allegations have been against him for years and years and
Chappelle
years.
made a whole skit about that on Chappelle's show.
Like 2002.
High school. I remember high school singing, the peace song from.
And then he's like, I deny it. I have nothing to do with it.
Oh, he was flipping out. Did you see that interview? He was like, except for he's actually sincere about it. Unlike the other guy we're going to talk about in a minute.
Boy.
But
that's the thing with him though. Like it takes. Be honest with yourself. Like here's one thing I'm gonna say. Like, you can say whatever you want about Michael Cohen or whatever. But just to give you like an example, as far as someone who's taken responsibility for himself, he was completely truthful in the sessions. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And R. Kelly should abide by the same standards.
Yeah.
Admit what you admit. People will respect you more for it in the long run.
You peed on people just a bit.
Right. Gotta take a piss sometimes.
Yeah. Trip.
All right, Cardi.
Well, what did he do exactly, R. Kelly? Because there's a whole other. There's like so many allegations. I can't pinpoint what he's done.
This is gonna be on Netflix. We'll have some parental control issues.
Well, yeah, he peed on people, right? Or was it underage people? I don't.
Underage.
Good
urine
Lord.
issues.
What issues?
Urine issues.
Oh,
prostates.
God. Well, it's hard to pee when you're on the prostate. I can tell you that. My God.
Looks like he'll need one.
Oh, good Lord.
He's getting to 55, so.
Really just gotta,
He's like
puts
52 now.
Put on the rubber glove and just.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, Beavis.
Oh, Beavis. That was. Wow. I just realized Beavis.
Sounds like Joe.
Beavis sounds like Joe. Oh my God.
I love how that's the first thing I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Whenever we go,
Well, it's you and Joe, both Fozzie Bear and Ernie.
Yeah.
We'll get on that in later time. I could already hear my phone vibrating for Joe. Why did you say I'm Fozzie Bear? No, you're Fozzie Bear. He's Ernie. No, Bert. No, you're Bert. He's Ernie.
I was gonna say you got to keep the classics together.
Yeah. So speaking of people that are, in front of TV, front interview, going, Jussie. Is it Jesse or Jussie?
Oh, Jussie Smolette.
Is it Jussie or
Jussie?
Jussie. Oh boy, Jerry.
He's another one.
You first. Talk about it, and then I'll put in my.
If you're gonna go out in stride, make it your best episodes to do with.
First of all, Jerry.
Like go out on top. Like make yourself like a free agent. Like why stage something?
I don't want to do. I could walk a very tight rope here when it comes to politics because I don't want to like annoy anybody and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say what my politics are. But you're in Chicago. You're in the middle of the worst snowstorm ever.
This is like
It was February like 3rd or 4th or something. You're in the middle of the worst snowstorm in the history of snowstorms in Chicago. It's like 20 below. You're in a county that voted 175% against the president.
It's like having a 4.9 GPA.
Yeah, and then you're getting beaten up by people screaming it's MAGA country. I'm gonna point shenanigans.
I'm gonna 175% question that.
Yeah, and then it's like, you write out checks to these people with your name on it. So then these people are like, yeah, he signed checks for us to beat him up. Wouldn't you do it through a third party or something?
Exactly.
That's one. And two, like, he was trying to get it on a CC, on a not closed captioning, on a on a security cam. Okay, the camera was pointing the other way, and you find out that he did it all because he wanted a pay raise.
So stupid.
And he got mad that the week before he got an anonymous letter calling him all racial slurs, and that didn't get any publicity, and he got mad about that. So then he lied to the police, and now he's going to be facing. Case. Would you do that? No, you would. Yeah, Gerry. I just want to say Gerry would do that because he wants a pay raise on the podcast. Yeah, Gerry would be like, they called me fat. They called me Fozzie Bear. They said waka waka to me. This is.
They said Joe Volante's getting paid more.
This is waka waka country.
This is my waka waka town.
No, but seriously, Gerry, like, what do you? And plus, I'm laughing at the fact that everybody jumped on it. It was like, I'm so sorry for you, without even like, without even waiting until the evidence came in, whether it happened or not, or really did happen. I don't know, Gerry. What's your opinion?
I think the guy's an idiot.
Think the guy's an idiot?
Like a complete idiot.
We'll circle back. We'll circle back. Speaking of idiots.
Me?
Well, not idiots. Speaking of one of the interesting minds of the... what century we're in? The 21st century?
23rd.
23rd. The 23rd century. Did you get a chance to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast?
Well, that's why I said the 23rd century, because it's so far into the future as to what Alex Jones talks
about. The memes that came out of it. Like, excuse my language, but it's like when he goes, I'm going to try to do my best Alex Jones impersonation. I gotta let you know, I'm retarded.
You know what he kind of reminds me?
It was a 5-hour podcast, Gerry. I listened to all 5 hours of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You definitely Netflix and chilled.
Yeah, I was.
Let me tell you.
The thing with the Alex Jones and Joe Rogan. The thing with Alex Jones and Joe Rogan is like you can't stop listening to it. It's like you start it and it's like, I don't want to stop listening to it. And there's a lot of stuff that Alex Jones says that I'd be like, yeah, I believe it. And then there's other stuff I'm like,
Alex.
Oh my God. Like, he apologized for a lot of things that he said. Well, not that he said, but people accused him of saying.
Do you think he should replace Alex Trebek from Alex to Alex?
Oh my God!
Can you imagine Alex?
That's not a topic, but I totally forgot about Alex Trebek. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about him too. Imagine him. He goes like, "And now you got double jeopardy." Which is not what the country is in. Double jeopardy. Like every topic on Jeopardy would be like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
International. No, it's the interdimensional child molesters.
For 4,000.
For 4. Yes, Alex, I'd like to take. I'm trying to think of a crazy thing you said.
I'd like to take Joe Rogan.
I know. I like to take. Yes, Alex, I'd like to take artificial intelligence for 600. Here's the answer. When will the Terminators actually take over? And you're like, 1996? No, it already happened. But I gotta tell you, he's a character. I like Alex Jones, but he's a character. I don't know. The thing is, he says such like, here, look, for every 2 or 3 things that he says that are probably correct, and probably do happen, there's like 1,000 other things that he says. You sit there, you go,
Yeah.
like, what? Like okay, so he mentioned something about people taking drugs or like DMT.
That was early, right?
That was early in the episode, yeah. Where he says they take a DMT and they're talking to these elves and stuff, these leprechauns or something, and they think that they're aliens and they're telling them what to do. No, I believe that 100% that people will take drugs and be like, I talked to an elf and an elf told me to kill my family. Yeah, no, totally. I totally believe that. Is it happening on a government level? I don't know. I can't really tell you if that's happening.
There's no cases proven in like mainstream media.
Yeah. He broke a lot of the pedophilia that's going on in.
Yes.
And so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for every one good thing that he does, yeah, it's 10,000 other things that he says, and he's like a character. I don't know if he's an actor, and what I mean by actor, I mean like his presentation he's crazy just to like get people to like look at him.
I think that's fully him.
You think he's really that crazy?
Yeah.
He has to be on Adderall, because he's all over the place.
Well, he's on all those supplements.
Is he? Yeah. My favorite one was deep in the presidential run, 2016, during the summer. I still remember, and Ian was getting annoyed because every time I called him, I'd answer the phone like, "They're turning the frogs gay," and he'd be like, "Enough! I'm sorry." Oh my god. But he was on Joe Rogan twice. He was on the 900th and 11th episode.
So ridiculous.
9/11, yeah. They got it. He gets into 9/11 too on both episodes.
Yeah.
And think of it what you will. I have my own opinions. You have your own opinions. Ian has his own opinions. You know, it's whatever. But
I think one of the more like interesting things of his podcast thing was Ralph Northam with the whole abortion thing that's going on right now, and he was trying to make it seem like a legible thing that you could kill a baby after it's born.
So sick. He was. Alex Jones did a whole segment on that on Joe Rogan. He was being creepy about it too. He was doing the Southern voice.
Oh yeah.
And his rationale was, if I do it in a Southern voice, it sounds loving and caring.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we'll abort the fetus, or we'll make it comfortable, and then we'll. It's sick. It's I don't know. I'm libertarian, so it's like it's your body, do whatever you want with it. But it's at the same time, it's like, oh my god, like after it's born, or like right when you're in labor, you're just about to give birth, and you decide,
yeah.
And the other thing Alex Jones talking about, and people are like, nah, he's crazy. I go, you don't remember the reports from like 3 years ago? People had videos of like, they went to Planned Parenthood and they're like, yeah, I got a limb. I got a baby limb. And I got like $3,000 for it. I bought a new Mercedes. It's like stuff like that. It's like, yeah, Alex Jones.
No, because he did make a point that like some of some of those parts can be $500,000.
Yeah, because you could do stem cell with it.
Right.
Yeah, and stuff. I don't know. We're way out of our element here,
yes,
Gerry.
we are.
This isn't
we live this to Joe Rogan.
Well, yeah. Well, we need Ian here for that.
Yeah.
You know where he is, right?
Bosnia.
He's in Bosnia. I don't know, man. He's in Bosnia. He called me up yesterday.
You should have Skyped him in.
Yeah, no, he should have. He called me up yesterday, and he's like, hey, guess where I am? You're in Bosnia. And he goes, no, I'm on the bus in the middle of nowhere, and it's dark. And I'm like, well, it's been nice knowing you, Ian. And I'm like, oh, my God.
You should have been like, hey, you're still going to give to the movie.
Yeah, no, so I was like, you wrote in your will, you're still going to give money to the movie, right? And he's like, yup. Yep.
Carmine's voice.
Yep.
We need to have the two of them on.
Who, Carmine and Ian?
Absolutely.
Carmine doesn't want to come on because of his job, but
I'll give him a big old hug.
I know. I'll give him a big old hug too.
Obama.
What?
Like Christy did to Obama.
Oh my God. Speaking of Carmine, I want him on because I want to talk about Star Trek with him.
Yeah.
And the thing is I've been trying to hold this off for so long, and I feel like it's an episode that I need a full episode for, but I got to talk about Star Trek, Gerry.
You need a safe space for Star
Can
Trek.
I talk about Star Trek for a little bit, Jerry?
You know what? Go ahead. I'm leaving.
No, like I know, like I know it's not your area of expertise, but I feel like I gotta go off on a rant.
Well, let me tell you about Star Wars.
Trek, Jerry, Trek. It's just
I'm being
Trek.
stupid.
I know you're being an asshole. So there's this show out. It's called Star Trek Discovery.
That's on Star Wars.
And right there, we just lost 50 people. Because they go, oh boy, another one's ranting about Star Trek Discovery. Yes, I'm ranting about Star Trek Discovery because I feel like Season 1 was an abomination. Season 2, a little better.
Right.
A little better. So Season 1, I'm just going to go over real quick. Just the problems I had with it, and then I'll go into my rant. So they totally... So you know how you have certain character looks, right? So this is a prequel to everything else. So they changed the design of characters that have been established in this universe for 50 years. They changed the designs of it. This show takes place 10 years before the original Kirk episodes.
Really?
So evolution doesn't happen that quick. And they have these Klingons with like elongated heads and ridges, and their noses are pushed in, and they don't talk right. And I'm like, they're like, oh, well, we'll explain why they look like that. It's like, no, you don't explain. It's why do they look like that? Why is it 10 years before? Why I understand that you're under a different license and stuff, but at least try to make it look. At least try to fit it within like the continuity of everything else.
Yeah.
That the technology's too new. The original series had clicks and buttons and stuff. This is all like holograms and stuff. It's stupid. There's that. You have this huge war with the Klingons, and I'm like, what? Oh my god! And I'm like, what?
Like clinging onto the mic for a second.
Yeah. Then there was a character in the original series that they had in the series. Then in the original series, nobody's never heard of, and in this series, like, oh, you're Harry Mudd, and I'm like, what? What? You're not supposed to know any of this. And then there's that, and it ended with the Enterprise showing up the first season, and the Enterprise looks nothing like the Enterprise of whatever. And if you guys go on the archives, you'll see I did a first look review of the Star Trek trailer for Season 2.
Yeah.
Now Season 2's halfway done with now. I watched the first episode on free because it was on YouTube. It was free. It piqued my interest. It looked pretty good. It looked like they're going back in the right direction. They're doing some stupid shit, which I hate. They're doing Spock has a learning disability. Why do we need to know that? A lot of the things that I have problems with is a lot of the write-ups that AP is doing, the Associated Press and regular press is doing, where it's like, finally, we have the first female black lead on a Star Trek series. What? Has anybody ever heard of Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Yeah.
The lead captain, the lead character was black and was a captain. A single parent, mind you. So that's in the 90s. A single parent. Way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. Star Trek has always been reflecting of the social context that's going on in the world. Another thing that the Associated Press wrote up was the first gay, kiss characters on Star Trek. Again, Deep Space Nine. You had a character named Dax. Her character is a Trill. She has a slug inside of her. This slug is the actual Dax symbiont that lives within a body that has memories of all the other symbionts. So let's just say you have a symbiont.
Sound a lot like Alex Jones.
So you have a symbiont, and then you die, and then your symbiont comes to me. I have all your memories. So picture this is generational. So she's a female now, and her former life was a male. So now the male's wife comes, and they hook up. It's in an episode. It's called Rejoined. It's like a third season episode.
What a name.
Yeah. So, but it's taboo in their thing. So they kiss. That's the first gay, lesbian, whatever kiss you want to do. the first female lead in a Star Trek series. Again, a Star Trek series I hate, but I have to give it credit. Star Trek Voyager, the lead character was a female. That was the captain. The captain was the lead character, was a female.
Don't you feel like the media in some cases are like inclined to reinvent the wheel?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Especially in that.
Stupid. Give credit to where credit is. You're not like you said, fixing the wheel. It's stupid. It's say, look, this is not the first time. Find something else to talk about. Another Star Trek.
Talk about the substance.
Another Star Trek episode that I talk about briefly was a Next Generation episode. Way ahead of its time. This episode was 20 years ahead of its time. I'm going to tell you right now. So they go to this planet to talk to them, do some type of investigative work. The planet is filled with asexual humans, asexual beings, humanoids. And it's taboo in their culture for you to feel either male or female. So Riker works with this person to fix some type of abnormality in space, whatever.
Right.
So they're talking to with like what does it mean to be male? What does it mean to be female? They're doing like all, how do you know you're male? How do you know that you're female? Why do you put paint on your face? Meaning makeup. That's what she's saying. But then you find out that she feels like a female. And she develops feelings for Commander Riker, and Commander Riker has feelings for her. And the planet finds out. They take her and they bring her into reassignment surgery, reassignment not psychology, as in they're like, they're trying to make you go, no, this is wrong feelings. You can't feel like this. Is
that kind of like comparable to conversion therapy?
Yeah, conversion therapy. They're doing conversion, but the episode was in 1990.
Yeah.
Those are episodes that are really good, that are ahead of its time. The stuff that they're doing now,
I will definitely give you that.
Yeah, the stuff that they're doing now is just like you're not breaking any new ground.
You're regurgitating the factoids of what's already happened.
Star Trek has always been ahead of its time, and you're just alienating people by saying stupid things like, "Well, what's your inspiration for the Klingons for this new Klingons Trump voters?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you just want to alienate people, right?"
Yeah.
Like you enough. It's over with. The election happened. Stop bitching.
The election's gonna happen now.
I know, but it's deal with it. It happened. So move on. These people can't move on. So now there's a whole bunch of redesigns with the characters that piss me off. So then I find out that there was a separation right after 2005. Viacom and CBS split. So Paramount has, it's Paramount and CBS split. So Paramount has the rights to the movies, and CBS has the rights to the television. So the television can't look like the movies, and the movies can't look like the TVs. That's why the new movies look different from the TVs. Okay, the movies are movies, they got a higher budget and stuff, but the TVs is no one will be complaining about Star Trek Discovery if you moved it 100 years after the most recent part. Let's move forward. Let's move back. They're doing a Captain Picard series. I'm excited about it. I'm holding my expectations for it. Hopefully it'll be good. They're going back to a planet from see, I'm going to nerd out, right? You think I'm nerding out now. There were two pilots to Star Trek. There were two pilots. See, Jerry's laughing now because he knows. There were two pilots to Star Trek. One was called The Cage. The other one was called Where No Man Has Gone Before. The Cage doesn't have Captain Kirk. The Cage is a guy called Pike. He's played by Jeffrey Hunter from one of the Jesus of Nazareth, I think.
Oh, okay.
So they go to this planet where these people control their minds and you can see illusions and stuff.
Got it.
They're going back to that planet in this new series and they totally redesigned it. Like I could get like an update, but you totally make them look different. It's like, come on. You're not even trying anymore. There's that. There's that. And it's just annoying. It's stiff acting. Like the main character, Michael Burnham, talks like this. Captain, we have a situation here. They make her Spock's sister, and it's like, where in the Star Trek lore is she Spock's sister? And people will say to me, well, we didn't know Spock has a brother. Why are we talking about Star Trek 5? It's the worst movie. Why are we talking about Star Trek 5? That's my rant, Jerry. That's my rant. I'll probably get into more of a rant when Carmine comes on.
So I'm just
In
gonna
a nutshell, yeah.
I'm gonna compare all these types of like scenarios in a cultish way, just because there's so much of a universe to be discovered between whether it's like a Marvel movie with the Avengers or whatever the case may be. Like, how important do you feel like it is to stay in the universe parameters? Like, do you feel like if you're outside that universe, you're breaking a lot of boundaries?
For casual people don't care. But for people that are invested in, like, so let me give you an example here. Like, people that just watch the movies won't care about little Easter eggs. Me and Chris have these arguments all the time. He goes, nobody cares about books or the comic books. Movies are the canon. I usually say in Star Wars, oh, this happened in the comic books. Nobody cares. Nobody knows. But Star Trek, you have almost 700 episodes and 13 movies to go by. Why are you going backwards?
I know what you mean.
Move forward. And you alienate people if you do a drastic redesign of stuff. Or if you are making continuity errors. They claim, oh, this is in the original timeline. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. None of this stuff ever looks like it's in any type of original timeline. Like, I watch a little bit of Discovery because I'm just interested. Because I want to be able to talk to people. But it's like, I'm not... I got excited when they announced the new TV series. It's like, shit, I'm going to be new TV. And then, that shit happened.
If I was to get, aside from Carmine for a second, another Star Trek fan to your caliber, what would be one thing that could trigger you to just get into a debate as far as like a series that him or her would like and stuff like that?
If he said, if this person said Star Trek Discovery was the most, I would say, progressive, up-to-date Star Trek series, I would look at him and say, have you watched Deep Space Nine?
Ooh.
Like, have you watched Deep Space Nine?
Dude, that's fighting words with me.
No, I gotta say, look. I know a lot of people say Next Generation original series. I say those series are great. But if you sit there and watch Deep Space Nine from the last episode of season 2 on, what's going on today in today's world with war and just like, espionage and one country or planet is going against another planet and just false flags and stuff. Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek series out there in terms of episodic.
Yeah.
Bar none.
I got you on that.
Yeah. Like, okay, so now there's a war between Star Trek fans, Star Trek Discovery fans, and the Orville. I don't know if you know the Orville?
Not at all.
Like, Seth MacFarlane's.
Oh. So,
last week they just had a really great episode. It was a 2-part. It was called Identity. And I'm like, they found their footing, and those 2 episodes were more of a Star Trek episode than any of the Discovery Star Trek episodes were. That Orville is now the new Orville's the new Star Trek. They got a comic book coming out now. It's
nice.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's my rant.
I'll check it out.
That's my rant. And if something else pops up, I'll come back and I'll bitch about it some more.
There we go.
But I need to get off my chest because I've been holding that in, and Chris, I've been trying to get Chris to come on so we can rant about the new Halloween movie. But this I needed to get out.
Season 2 of The View is coming to a theater near you.
Speaking of DVDs that came out, Gerry, are good. Here's a free plug, shameless plug.
Abnormal Attraction.
Yeah, it came out on DVD and Blu-ray. It's on Amazon. Our buddies over at Fuzz, trekking around the country.
I gotta say, it's well deserved with all the critics that have been like responding to them. Mm-hmm. They're just they're really hitting the points as far as what's so great about that movie.
Did you see what they did a couple weeks ago?
Oh, with having Finbar go to like the mall.
Yeah, go to the mall and
alley.
I mean, that's some smart marketing. I can tell you that. Me as the guy that went to school for marketing and filmmaking.
Think you would have beaten him in bowling?
No, Finbar, no. He
technically did bowl a strike.
Yeah, he bowled a strike.
Yeah.
You can't beat him. He bowled a strike.
What's that supposed to mean? He's only bowled 1 strike according to the cameras.
I know.
You never know what the other frames can have for him. You could gutter on the other 9.
But they're in LA right now.
Score a 10.
They're in LA right now. I think they're lost. Because I just saw on their Instagram they did live. I think they're driving in the desert somewhere and they're lost.
Now, is it true that like Mike and Steve are separated or something?
Yeah, they got separated or something. I don't know the whole story. I've just been following them on Instagram. But they're in
Yeah.
LA. They premiered their film out there. Going all over the world. But for those of you that want to see Abnormal Attraction, it's on. I think it's on Roku.
Yes.
I can confirm it's on Roku. You could buy the physical copies. I'm a physical copy guy, so I like having physical copies. I'll be buying my copy soon.
Nice.
It's on
Are we doing
Blu-ray.
the same?
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray. It's on DVD. It's on Amazon. You can stream it on Amazon. Find it all on Amazon. Blu-ray, DVD, streaming. Yeah, it's great. It's a great
I will
2-hour
say,
movie.
I will say this, not to be so repetitive with myself, but when we saw it the second time, and we both agreed to this, watching it a second time is even better than watching it the first time.
The film gets better on repeat viewings.
Yeah.
So it's very good. We want to congratulate Fuzz, filmmakers, Staten Island filmmakers, just like us. They bring everybody else up.
We'll invite Kyle next time without Mike.
Oh yeah.
It'll be like, hey guys, something over here.
So let's continue on our good news. So Roman Reigns, the WWE superstar.
He's back, right?
Yeah, last week he came back. He was in
Empty Arena
was in remission. Yeah, we're breaking the scoop before Empty Arena did.
Wait, are we?
Those bastards. No.
Fuck.
No.
Let's now let me rant for 15 seconds at most.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, we're up to 3 seconds. So with Empty Arena, I saw them having 10 likes on their social media for one of their posts recently.
Oh boy.
So let me tell you something. When I saw that, I'm like, they're getting more likes now than Caputo Collective is. And I called Christian up today, and I'm like, Christian, we need to do something about it so we can at least get half of their likes right now. Hashtag bullshit.
God.
What's the world gonna do, guys?
Oh, good lord.
Answer in the comments.
Enter in the comments below. But Roman Reigns had leukemia. Trying to find what kind of leukemia.
You fact checking.
I am. But he had leukemia, Gerry.
Proud of you.
And I'm spelling this wrong here. And when back in October he came out on Raw and he said he had leukemia. He had a different bout before. And you're always going to have those conspiracy theorists that are like, WWE's trying to make him look good by giving him leukemia. It's like, no, the guy. You have those people that are like, they can't get him to get cheered, so they're going to make him have a fake disease.
It's like National Alex Jones Day with these conspiracies.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid, people. It's like, why would they go to, that lengths to fake something like that? It's so stupid. But he came back. He's in remission. He had a type of leukemia where he can just take a pill. I'm trying to figure out what kind of leukemia he had. Oh, he had CML, which is chronic myeloid leukemia, which is slowly progressive disease that's typically caught during routine blood work.
Right.
Now, this is a testament to WWE's wellness policy. They drug test them all the time. Almost every week, they drug test their superstars. So they found that out pretty quick.
Oh, well, that's good.
And the recovery time's really quick. The problem with him now is that he developed arthritis. That was one of the side effects, is arthritis and weight loss. And you could tell when he came down on Raw. And he had like a lot of... He lost a lot of weight.
Be back to what he used to be?
He did do a couple of moves last week and this week. He did look a little stiff. I don't mean like connecting with the punches. Gotcha. I mean like he looked like stiff. So I think it's just a matter of time. I don't know if he'll be back to 100%, but he'll be close. I mean, people like him that are like workout machines usually do good. But leukemia, it's like that's a lifelong thing. He's going to be suffering that forever. He's got to take a pill almost every day. What's your opinion on that, Gerry, with leukemia? Because you worked with a lot of...
Sure, I mean, I give
nonprofits for diseases and stuff.
I give anybody credit in the world for staying strong in that type of situation. So for the fact that he's getting back in the ring, more power to him. So I wish him all the best.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be gone for at least a year or 2 years, but when he came back, I was like,
what, 5 or 6 months?
It's about 5 months, yeah. 5 months. I would have waited till after WrestleMania, but at the same time.
Yeah, I could see why for that.
Yeah, because people are going to be like, oh, they brought him back for the WrestleMania payday. It's like, oh, come on, guys. It's like, I know there's always going to be people that are skeptical, but I mean, whatever. You're not going to have Shawn Michaels come back. He's done.
Now, do you consider? I'm talking as a non-wrestling fan. Do you consider wrestling to be competitive, knowing that it's predetermined?
Yeah. Yeah, and when people say it's fake, I go, it's not fake. And not that it's like, oh, it's still real to me. No, it's not fake. They get hurt. Have you ever taken a bump in a wrestling ring? No. I have. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
I took a flat back bump once. That shit hurts. Can you imagine taking a bump like that every night? That and going off on the top rope, getting suplexed, getting thrown through tables, it's not fake. It's predetermined. Not fake.
I consider it more, like, if I was to say if it's more of, like, a competition versus a show, it's definitely a show.
Yeah.
Like, it's a show without a doubt.
Way back when, before, like, Chris Benoit did his stuff, you were getting hit in the head daily with steel chairs and getting concussions.
Yeah.
That's not fake. Tell me getting a concussion is not fake. It's predetermined. People get triggered when you say fake. When you say predetermined, yeah, because I could be like, you have wrestler A, wrestler B. You're winning tonight. Go out there. 10 minutes. That's predetermined.
Right.
Maybe, and the punches, you're not connecting. Sometimes you're potatoing people, but it's at the same time, you do get hurt out there. It's not fake. Cirque du Soleil, it's fake. Nobody's getting hurt out there. Only time you get hurt is with the freak accident. And when people go,
hey, well, the Simpsons thought it was predetermined.
Well, oh no, yeah. And when people go, oh, it's fake. I can't believe that shit. You watch movies, right? Yeah. You like the Avengers, right? Yeah, that's fake. You go to a magician show. You believe that? And they go, well, no, I know it's fake. He's doing sleight of hand. It's called suspension of disbelief. You sit there for 3 hours, and everything that's happening on that television is within that continuity. You turn your brain off. Like you go into movies, you turn your brain off. Shit that'll happen in the real world. Like you beating someone up in a parking lot, you'll get arrested in the real world. Stuff in the wrestling. It's just another day
right.
Just another day. That's it, Jerry.
It's all about the story.
You're going to Nashville, right?
All about how my life just got turned upside down.
You're going to Nashville, right?
Yes. So there's one part of Nashville. I'm already
Nashville.
Getting the summer twang on that.
There you go, Nashville.
Howdy Hall over here.
There you go, Hall, Nashville.
So in Nashville, what I'm so excited about is going to Santa's Pub. It is a karaoke spot of a lifetime. I heard it's got 5 out of 5 star reviews on Yelp. That's all I care about.
So let me get this straight. Hold on. So Jerry, you could say this to me. You could go, yeah, I'm going to Graceland. Oh, you're going to see Elvis's house and stuff? No, I go in there because there's a 5-star like karaoke bar. Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to Vegas. Oh, you gonna gamble? No. There's a pool I want to swim in.
There's a pool I want to swim in. That's a good one. I want to use that more often.
Yeah, you going to Miami? Oh, you seeing Disney? No, I'm going. You going to Nashville?
I heard this club was supposed to be good.
The home of country music. Is that where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is? Nashville?
No, that's Ohio.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I was going to say, but you go to Nashville, the home of country music.
Santa's Pub.
And you're just going to a pub.
I will find the welcome to Mooseport in anything that I do, Christian. And he's like, podcast over.
Well, while you're in Nashville,
you'll go to Graceland.
With me and Chris Marzianto are going to be in MonsterCon this weekend.
There you go.
Chris is going to see Neve Campbell. He's a little mad he can't see Christina Ricci because she's Friday and Saturday. We won't be there.
Gotcha.
I'm going to see Danielle Harris.
Ooh.
So you're gonna have to.
In those DMs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to inoculate me. You're gonna have to resuscitate me because I'm gonna have like a heart attack.
Isn't it?
It's tantalizing. Yeah, but I'm gonna see my woman crush Wednesday.
You're gonna meet me down in Santa's pub?
Nah.
Fuck you.
My woman crush every day, Danielle Harris. Can't believe I'm finally gonna meet her.
She's gonna meet me out in Santa's pub?
No, I can't believe I'm gonna meet her. Everybody's gonna be laughing their ass off. Chris is gonna be like, no.
He's like, you got stuck to the movie. I was in the pool.
Anyway, Gerry, it's coming to a close the podcast, but the year anniversary is coming. Mr. Joseph Volante's coming. Our collision course.
I've never had so much coffee in my life just now.
Our collision course with Joe Volante is coming.
It's just worth repeating a second time.
Yeah. Joe Volante's going to be on the podcast. We're going to be hearing from him. You're finally going to be seeing what he looks like, what he sounds like. We've been building it up for 1 year. Every 24 podcast sans, I think the Larry Sharp episode, we've mentioned Joe Volante some way, somehow.
Joe is like the John Cena of our group because think of it this way. Guaranteed to have a shaved head at all costs and then knowing that he's going to be the most talked about person in the room.
And he puts everybody, and he doesn't put anybody over.
Yes, and he still wears jean shorts.
Yeah, and he wears jorts. We're gonna have him. We're gonna have Murray on the podcast as well. It's just Jerry's trying to like. Nobody got that but Joe. And so we're going to talk about WrestleMania. We're going to talk about WrestleMania. Jerry's completely left the podcast because I made a joke that Jerry's trying not to laugh here. We're going to talk about WrestleMania. We're going to talk about NXT. We're gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about Joe in front of Joe.
We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame. Talk about post Raw and SmackDown.
And I'm gonna talk about how good Santa's pub
Who were
was.
the winner? Who were the losers? How much did Joe drink? If Joe bought some shirts, wrestling shirts. If he made the pre-show like we did, WrestleMania 29.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go, Jerry.
Banana costume.
You got anything to plug?
I just want to say Sing Till Sunrise will be Saturday, March 23rd at Steiny's Pub. Christian is going to be singing all the Celine Dion that you could desire for. Also, Mike...
No, man, I'm going to be singing Prince.
I love it. I don't even have to say anything else. You guys got to see this for yourself. It will be for Sunrise Day Camp, a free summer camp for children with
I'll be
cancer
singing...
and their siblings.
What will I be singing? Hold on. I'm going to look it up.
Nothing compares to you?
No. What, Prince?
Yeah.
No, I'll be singing... oh, God, what's the song? I will be singing...
Purple Rain.
No. I'll be singing Raspberry Beret.
Ooh.
That's what I'll be singing. And maybe Let's Go Crazy.
Are you for real?
Maybe. Yeah. So yes, that's it. That's everything. Collective gaming still going on. We just finished Legend of Zelda. We're on Donkey Kong 64 now.
You've been releasing episodes like wildfire.
Yeah, well...
I get these stupid notifications from this fucking stupid channel called Collective Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Everybody subscribe to Collective Podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell on the side. Do all that fantastic stuff.
And if you want me to unsubscribe, I'll gladly share the information with you.
Yeah, there you go, Jerry. That's it, Jerry? That's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, guys.